The United Kingdom's Ministry of Defense latest intelligence update on Ukraine, September 1, 2023. The Kerch Strait is a critical choke point for Russian military logistics supporting occupied territories in southern Ukraine. Russia relies heavily on the Crimean bridge and ferries for crossing the strait. To protect these vulnerable crossings, Russia has undertaken extensive passive and active defenses to improve survivability against future Ukrainian attacks. These include smoke generators, underwater barriers, and enhanced air defense systems. The bridge holds both logistical and symbolic importance for Russia's occupation, necessitating rigorous security measures. Imagery from August 29 confirms Russia has created an underwater barrier using sunken ships and booms specifically to deter Ukrainian unmanned surface vehicle attacks. This underwater obstruction is located where Ukraine's Sea Baby USVs damaged the bridge on July 17. Russia briefly tested decoy barges with radar reflectors here in September 2022, likely to divert anti-ship missiles. Other countermeasures include truck-mounted TDA-3 smoke generators, activated during an exercise on May 24 and in response to an air threat on August 12. Overall, Russia recognizes the bridge's critical role in supplying its southern offensive, as well as its symbolic value. Extensive defenses reflect its prioritization of the bridge's protection from future Ukrainian strikes. General Staff of the Armed Forces of Ukraine situation update as of 6 p.m. September 1, 2023. Russia's full-scale invasion of Ukraine enters day 555. Russia conducted 4 missile strikes, 30 airstrikes, and 32 MLRS attacks against Ukrainian positions and settlements, causing civilian casualties. Russia continues high-tempo strikes across Ukraine. In the past 24 hours, 31 engagements occurred between Ukrainian and Russian forces. Volyn and Polisia axes, no significant changes. North, Sivershchina Sloboshanchina. Russia fired on over 20 settlements. Kupiansk axis, Russia made unsuccessful offensives near Novoselivske. An airstrike hit near Kharkiv. Over 10 settlements endured artillery and mortar fire. Lyman axis, Russia struck Novojehorivka and Bilohorivka. Over 10 settlements were shelled. Bakhmut axis, Russia unsuccessfully attacked near Kurdyumivka. Strikes hit near Bakhmut. Over 15 settlements were shelled. Avdiivka axis, Russian attacks near Shavern failed. Shelling continued against multiple towns. Marinka axis, Russia unsuccessfully attacked near Krasnohorivka and shelled multiple settlements. Shakhtarsk axis, Russian assaults near Velika Novosilka failed. An airstrike hit near Staromayorsky. Over 10 settlements were shelled. Zaporizhia axis, a strike hit near Zaporizhia. Over 15 settlements were shelled. Kherson axis, Russia shelled over 10 settlements. Ukraine continues counteroffensives in the south, consolidating gains and targeting Russian artillery. In the past 24 hours, Ukraine conducted 6 airstrikes against Russian troop concentrations and 4 against air defenses. Ukrainian artillery struck 10 Russian artillery systems, 1 ammo depot, and 1 radar system. The Institute for the Study of War Russian Offensive Campaign Assessment. Ukraine's intelligence chief reports Russia deployed part of a newly formed reserve army, the 25th Combined Arms Army, to Luhansk Oblast. This allows current frontline units there to redeploy south against Ukraine's counteroffensive. Elements of Russia's 41st Combined Arms Army in Kupiansk are slowly moving south. The 41st Combined Arms Army participated in Russia's failed 2023 Luhansk offensive. Its units are degraded but more effective than reserves. Russia lacks operational reserves, forcing difficult choices on where to allocate forces. Deploying the inexperienced 25th Combined Arms Army to Luhansk frees up the 41st Combined Arms Army for southern Ukraine. The 25th Combined Arms Army is already engaged in fighting in Luhansk, indicating it is understrength or low quality. Its deployment allows Russia to redeploy more capable forces south without fully giving up positions in the east. Russia is prioritizing its southern flank against Ukraine's counteroffensive, even at the expense of eastern positions. The use of reserve forces highlights Russia's lack of capable manpower after months of heavy losses. The Institute for the Study of War key takeaways today. Russia's new 25th Combined Arms Army is unlikely combat-ready at scale due to rush deployment ahead of December 2023. Additional Russian troop movements and immediate use of reserves indicate short-term needs are hindering long-term rebuilding efforts. A Russian commander highlights poor counter-battery capabilities are hurting morale near Donetsk Zaporizhia. Ukraine made some gains near Bakhmut and western Zaporizhia on September 1. Russia conducted offensives along several axes but made no confirmed advances. Voting began September 1st for sham Russian elections in occupied Ukraine, continuing through September 10th. Russia pursues forced cultural assimilation of Ukrainian youth by imposing its education system in occupied areas. Overall, Russia is struggling to balance urgent manpower needs with long-term reconstitution, while Ukraine makes incremental gains. Poor Russian morale and logistics hindering its offensives.